that was it. So, yeah, we're still doing spaghetti.
Yeah.
Fast food, we just add it, and as soon as we hit our calorie count. And I lost weight doing that, and
We didn't eat that like all the
it was
time.
sustainable because I could eat whatever I wanted, I didn't have the cravings, so like cravings was the problem. I found keto, yeah, spaghetti.
Back.
Yeah, something crunchy, like, there's nothing crunchy in keto. Get that keto chips, but. Yeah. We stuck to it for, I think I did 30 days on keto. Takes 3 weeks.
Wait till you hear about TV. How long have you been here?
Like December 28th, so I'm here, you know, at the house. Yeah. Coming out of work. Finding one last year.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 entries, 1 in another spot, like, honey, you can't win. So I made it in.
You have 2 entries? Really? Yeah, we had like 23, I think, but 2 of them were like the new and El Salvador. So like 21, like, well, you have everything you can. He's like, yeah, I want to win this. I was like,
You want to know you a turkey? No, I already read it, the Harms gift card, we're like, no.
Okay, good.
but yeah, we have, if the extra entries available, we get about like every 4 days. Where you can see the. Yeah, I like it.
Videos.
Like 2 days before.
So it's set down. Oh, it's way too. Yeah.
We did live last night, we just came up. Right.
Oh, got it.
Yo.
Yeah.
I doubt
The chairs out. Something.
yeah, who knows?
This is still business planning, maybe.
That was good for team meeting. They throw them out.
Do they?
Yeah.
Might just be the 4 of us living.
I know, right?
5 minutes till it starts. Yeah, this is.
Should we cancel it and go get sushi?
Oh, I still want to do, we should do a sushi party.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Well, and what's Sakura, what is that one? Across the street? Half price on Tuesdays.
Sakura, is it really? You know what Sakura is? Cherry balls.
Is it? Like, I should know. We watch enough anime.
That's.
Do you guys watch anime?
We watch a little bit, like,
Might have to do it.
pre-COVID, we got into Naruto, and now we're watching One Piece.
Is that the one that's like 1,000?
Oh, my God.
We're at like 1,200 now.
Yeah, my daughter, I think she's through 800. She loves.
So One Piece is awesome. Like, if you're gonna get into an anime,
That's a good one.
it's the storytelling is unbeatable. Like, just the actual storytelling and the character.
Oh, no, really? Is it, which one of them is still in Japanese, you have to read the translation?
So we watched it in Japanese because the mannerism stuff don't translate to English.
Yeah.
I like a lot more.
I have to do that. Polish up Japanese listening, but it's like TV shows and newscasts are so hard to understand.
Well, one of our daughters, like, is way into anything Asian at all, right? So she years ago got into K-pop and started watching anime. All the boys she's ever had crushes on are, well, what band and song? So he was Hawaiian, Chinese. Now she likes this Filipino boy. I like it. He's cute.
How old is she?
He's grown on me. He's cute.
That makes me wild. My daughter's awesome.
It's so hard. Especially you going out with that hot boy on Friday. We have, and then her older sisters, they're 13 months apart. And she's 17, quiet, very, very pretty, very smart. She's our dedicated athlete. And this really cute boy asked her out, and that was really hard. So I went home, and luckily you're scary looking, and you got the door. But
I made her let me get the door. I needed him to see me before.
Yeah.
He took her out.
See, I always have a shotgun shell.
yes,
That happens, just toss it at them and that comes a lot faster. That shell comes a lot faster after 10:30, just letting you know. Luckily, they're not boyfriends.
oh my gosh.
Our girls are boyfriends right now. Both of them.
60 to 70. Yeah.
Well, the 16-year-old, she makes me more nervous. She's so outgoing, like super outgoing. Which I love that, and I want to nurture that. Let's all go rein in for me, or she calls it the Riz. Rein in the Riz.
The Riz. I could get through.
Ooh.
Oh,
She goes all the time. That's, I'm glad you're doing this, because I need to, seasonality, I need to make sure I'm. You know, many kids need you, even as teenagers, not just when they're babies, you guys.
that's. I agree.
Headshot, Lauren.
You don't understand. I think text messages I've been sending, I'm like, can we please, like, can we get a date? Can we get a date? Can we get a date?
Should we just do our own? I think it's gonna be like next year.
Like, I really honestly, like, I won't mind that.
Okay, that's like,
Yeah,
But it's also your social media picture too.
I actually really like the one you guys have right now, but I know you want like
Yeah.
well, that was like something tattoos. Have like,
Yeah, I was only halfway done.
let me, I'm trying to get a hold of that, our
new family.
open house.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah, Costco's.
Walgreens.
Anybody, right?
I don't think you promoted this enough, Lawrence.
Let's cancel and go.
I want your earrings.
Look, everybody wants a piece of
I
you.
want it's earlier. I told her that.
Okay, Ben.
Look, we didn't even plan this.
I know, we were, I know.
Vinny.
The other booth.
No, she's He was just showing you her pretty.
There's like a solid, that's me, Rusty, I like.
24, did you? Yeah, I can count on you.
I got this shirt from.
Team meeting in a.
Just be us. Should we let the sponsor know, or do you think people are running late? Well, let's just have a dance off. To this music.
You like
Yeah.
how I changed the poll?
Okay, well, we got a bunch of people online. Hi, onliners.
Should we turn the music off?
Yeah, might as well. Were you gonna try to sneak in and sneak out?
Stick out.
You know what? It's good.
How sneaky are
Started your phone, did the poll work?
I restarted it and I don't see it, so I wonder if you can resend it now and then I would see it, you know what I mean?
Let me try to resend it. We just have a little poll going on. I don't have a, oh, I do.
I don't need to vote on the poll. It's not for me.
Well, you can. Do you want to vote?
Where-
You know what? Since you
Is it-
need to stay and the people online, I'm gonna also allow a vote there. We sent out the following poll to the ALC that said,
Oh, to the ALC.
A. Ugly sweaters. We said, what do you want Christmas party vibe to be? 1, ugly sweaters for life.
Full room today.
Or 2, I know, I'm like, feels like Thanksgiving week. Or 2, let's get a little classy and dress it up a bit. Those
I
are
added,
options.
I added a third one. Did you see it?
And then Tim added Fight Club, which I immediately said, I'm for Tom Rose.
It's not a link in there,
Yes, there was.
Not for some of us, some of us,
Okay.
there's no link, and there's a screenshot,
did you push it?
yes, and it takes me to the one to download and read the apps, is what it does.
Okay, so poll before we get started. Ugly, classy. Claudia,
Ugly sweater.
Jason.
Yeah, I guess, but
Okay, are you only voting because Claudia did that and happy wife, happy life?
no, I don't.
Cause
You have to,
I don't
you have to
like-
come down a couple of tiers and pre-vote.
Taking my face and I was holding reception, so no.
he's not just doing it for that. Got it. Got it. Bradley,
Classy.
What do we mean by classy?
like just dress up like holiday. I mean, I already do have an outfit picked out. I do.
Like a pre.
Like a nice little like
The semi-formal.
I know, I got. Okay, too, yeah. Teeny, Lauren.
Semi-formal.
Ooh, like ball gown.
That's what classy means.
I know for classy. Ooh, it's tight.
For classy.
Sean,
I
You can
you
rewear
know what, we've done both,
These returns.
in the last, I don't know how many years we've done the ugly sweater, and it's gotten a little bit of like, a little out of control.
says the guy who wore boxer shorts last year.
Well, you-
Little robe, that little.
Yeah.
Skimpy robe.
I have the guy that would have dominated everyone. He came shirtless and he cut his chest hair into a Christmas tree.
Gross.
And he full on had lights and ornaments on his chest hair.
Stop
It was
Yeah.
so great.
I think that we're getting to that point. People are trying to be like the shock factor now to win. So I think let's go back to dress up for a while. Now, when you say dress up, I'm not talking about like a ball gown and tux. Just like a nice, like little dressier than what we can show up at the office. You know what I mean? So that's my vote, it's class.
Like old school job interview.
I got you.
Yes, old school job.
This is the ALC too. Right now, it's a tie. And Tim, I already counted your vote. Ken, ugly sweater or keep it classy?
Ugly.
Lauren, or I already asked Lauren.
Josh.
Josh.
I'll go classy just to make it.
Oh. Allison.
Am I going?
There's gonna be people online voting classy.
Oh, looks like it's pretty.
Hey, Bradley, you watched the online, you guys get the opportunity to vote.
Melissa says classy.
Oh,
No.
Till the end of class. And you know what? If you didn't show up to team meeting on the week of Thanksgiving, then you don't get to vote.
That's right.
Gary, Janet, Carol, Andrew. Okay, anyone
You
you
give
want
me
to vote? Clickability. Okay, instead of bucket fills, we want to do Thankful Tuesday because it is a big holiday this week and it's Thankful Tuesday for Thanksgiving Thursday. And there's a small group, so I'm gonna actually make everyone tell us something they're thankful for. Sean and then Bradley.
I'd like to start, and I wish more people were here. I am so thankful that our ALC is like, I'm just proud of them. I mean, I'm excited for 2025 because we haven't had this good of an ALC involvement in a long time. Let's just put it that way. I'm super excited.
He's on fire.
But I wish more people were here to.
We have one ALC member here.
like 3 minutes ago. Where did he go?
He's here.
I don't know, he's in the call maybe.
He had a baby.
Oh, he needs to vote.
He does need to vote.
Stay
Bradley.
Classy.
I don't have a thankful thing, but
Oh.
Carol voted classy.
Okay, Carol voted classy. Bradley, you do have something to be thankful for. Let's hear it.
I'm thankful that we don't have to work Thursday and Friday.
So are we posting Friday?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Closed on Friday.
It's in our team.
Also known as Friday.
Right.
Cause it's Tuesday. Okay, who else? Something you're thankful for.
Oh, mine, it's not meant to be heavy, but I'll share. So, on the 23rd, on Saturday, was the 8th year my sister passed away. And that's kind of what kickstarted me wanting to have a distraction and go back to work and I chose real estate. So the next year I got my license, right around that same time frame, and then found KW. So super thankful.
Oh, we're thankful you're here. And you know that she is cheering you on and your biggest supporters.
Always.
Love it. Yep. Jason,
Be thankful for.
I'm thankful for my family.
most beautiful wife in the land, Is that what it
Pretty
is?
much. Andrew said Fight
Love it.
Club.
Who else?
He's voting for Fight.
Who said Fight Club?
Andrew.
Yes.
Vote for Fight Club
Yes.
now. Okay,
Those votes.
Faithfulness.
Classy.
I can sit here all day. I don't want
You know, I'm thankful that we laugh a lot at our office and have fun, because it just makes it more fun to come in here and be here. Because when you walk into like a somber office or an office where you can feel the tension.
Or if it's heavy.
Or crickets. Yeah, or no here.
Were you saying the cricket sound?
I actually can do it pretty, I can actually do it pretty good.
That was pretty good. Like,
Yeah, I
do it
thought
again?
there was a cricket.
I did too.
You would spend way too much time in the outdoors.
Was that your talent? Was that your talent in the sixth grade talent?
I don't have many talents, but I can sound like a cricket.
I love it. In 2025, we have committed to, more money, more fun. So I'm glad that you have fun and that we can laugh together. Gotta laugh sometimes through all of the crazy, huh?
It's the only thing that keeps me sane is laughter.
Yep. Anyone else?
I'm thankful my kids love me. So they're in Brazil with their grandparents for Thanksgiving. And last night they called me on WhatsApp because they don't have phone service. And they're just like, Dad, it's just not the same without you. It just made my, yeah. We have a good time.
Your baby.
I do.
Love it. Who have we not heard from? Josh? Lauren, Ken, myself, and then whoever else comes in.
Take it away, Josh.
All right. Guess I'm thankful for a supporting wife. Made a lot of different companies and stuff in the last year or two. She supports all my crazy.
Oh, I love that.
Welcome.
Ugly sweaters.
Yeah, so ugly sweater.
you want
I-
ugly
ugly
sweater?
You
sweater.
asked. Ugly sweater, we're keeping it classy for the
Sweaters.
Christmas party.
Look at this.
Sweater classy. Classy sweaters.
Classy sweaters.
White Club was another option.
You do like
Fight
classy
Club?
tackle.
Okay,
That's 3 for Fight Club.
I'm not supposed to talk about it though.
Yeah, you're
Fight
already
Club.
kicked out.
Yeah, that's.
You're not in Fight Club, Tim. You got kicked out the minute you
I'm a
mentioned it.
lover, not a fighter, let's be honest.
No, we decided because it's Thanksgiving week, obviously.
What was your first clip?
I know, weird. And I said, okay, well, guess what? We're gonna do Thankful Tuesday instead of bucket fills, but they could be almost the same thing.
Mhm.
So now everyone in the room gets to say the opportunity to share something that we're thankful for. So there's a few of us left. If you need a minute to think about it, Ken, Lauren.
I don't think Dalton needs any time to think about what he's thankful for.
Yeah, our impressive medical system is. But yeah. Happy, healthy baby boy is definitely on the thankful top of the pile this week. Congratulations.
New baby.
Hey, Becky. What's the
Remind me,
name?
yeah,
Lincoln Davis Clark.
that's such a like powerful name.
I was gonna be
President.
President.
Candidates.
Second. It is.
Side.
It is. You're more qualified than anybody that's been in the last 20 years too.
Jennifer,
Boy, it's
Fox,
fast.
you can start.
Oh, brothers, they are gonna beat the hell out of each
know.
other and they're gonna love each other so much. They are gonna be their biggest defenders and their worst enemies.
That's right.
I grew up with two little brothers.
Yeah, no. Stoked to be on the other side of that. That happened all a lot faster and earlier than we planned, but you know, it worked out nice because then I got to make the ALC yesterday, which was the day before the due date.
Yeah.
Originally, so I was like, there's no way I'm coming. Correct, yeah, this is, yeah, we're to the due date today. So.
He's already the favorite.
Yeah, right. Don't tell no one.
I'll say that I am just thankful for the people in my life. There's crazy things that happen on a day-to-day basis, and I'm just thankful for those who show up for me every single day. I love it.
We got another vote for Classy.
And sassy,
Sassy's winning.
right? Classy and
10?
sassy.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta think, I gave one this morning in our meeting and I don't think they're even.
Okay, we did so
Okay,
many
cool.
things.
Yeah. I'm grateful for milk.
For milk?
I don't drink milk really. But. we-
Tell us more, Ken.
Makes it- It saved my life,
It saved your life?
kind of.
Now this is a story we have to hear.
So we went to the Mandarin last night for dinner with our family because my kids aren't gonna be here on the actual holiday. And I know enough about Chinese food, I thought, but they brought out orange chicken, which is sweet, right? But there was about 20 red peppers on the orange chicken.
And you were like, oh,
And I said to my daughter-in-law, which was sitting next to me, I said, those are hot, right? And she grabs one and she goes, no, they're just decoration. She grabs one and she bites it in half and she says, see it, they're not hot. But I had an experience several years ago where I was at a work meeting and they brought out the same kind of thing and this guy was talking, he's one of those animated guys that blah, 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 you know. So he's
I
grabbing
don't know
all
what
this,
you're talking about.
he's grabbing all this food off this plate and all of a sudden he goes, yeah, it's getting hot. And he'd eaten all those red peppers on that dish. And I'd never seen a guy so hot in my life. His face got beaming red. He started to sweat. His whole body started to sweat and he couldn't put the fire out.
Yeah.
So last night, a similar thing happened to me because I said, oh, really? They're not hot? So I grabbed one and ate one and holy.
And it was hot.
Yeah, it was hot. Water did not cut it. So
No,
I asked the waitress, I said, you guys haven't had any milk in the back? And she goes, yeah, for exactly this reason.
That's funny.
So a glass of milk and about 3 hours later, I was.
You just didn't know what animal that milk came from. It was a Chinese restaurant after all.
But it tastes a little funny, but. Yeah.
Raccoon milk.
Little Labrador milk, yeah.
But the weird thing is, all night, a different part of my body.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't the only part that was burning about 3 hours later. But I was trying to keep it classy. I am super thankful, honestly, and I know it's gonna sound cheesy because I'm in a team meeting. But really, I am super thankful for the work family that I have. And we were talking about this, that family comes in all different kinds of forms. And some of us have amazing, great families that we were born into, and some of us created families, and some of us have a little bit of combination of both. And it really is honestly like, it's an honor and a privilege to work with people that I care about and that bring me joy and make me laugh. And I know I can count on, like, there is never a lack of people that I know if I needed something I could call. And that's unusual to have in your workplace. And I'm just super, super grateful for it because, you know, I've been around this world for 46 rotations and I've worked in some environments that were not that way. And I'm just super grateful that we have our little KW family that we really do have each other's backs and we can have fun together and work hard together and win together and we fail forward together. But man, I'm just really grateful every day that I get to wake up and be part of this group. So thank you guys for that. Do we have any thankful online that we want to talk about? And then Bradley, did you give Classy one other mark?
I did not.
All right, let me do that.
Melissa said she's just thankful for her health, guys. She did. Like some people have very poor health, so she's just thankful that she can get help.
I love it. Okay, if anyone else comes up while we're going, let's do it. Upcoming dates, we've got our website workshop today at 1:45. I mean, I don't know if you guys are gonna have enough space in the room, because even if half the people come, it's gonna be so packed, so. 1:45 today, if you want to help with some workshop help, that is here. We're gonna work on your website. Thursday and Friday, our offices are closed, so. I mean, you can still gain access to the building, but you won't see any of our smiling faces, so. We will not be here those days. Friday, December 19th, which is actually a Thursday, we're doing a vision board brunch from 10 to 2. If you haven't vision boarded before, it is a lot of fun and you're gonna love it. And if you haven't vision boarded with me, then you have not vision boarded, my friends. Because we always make it a little bit different and fun. And I have a couple of extra things I'm gonna add in this year that I'm really excited about. So December 19th, by the way, this is something that we've had people before bring spouses to, sisters, cousins, brothers, kids, other agents, whoever is welcome to come to this. It's 100% open. I'm happy to have anybody come. So if you guys have somebody that you think could use some clarity and vision in their life, let me know. And then I will also say that I did this. If you guys have never done this, if you have kids and you haven't done this with your kids, do it with your kids and have them, even if they don't come to this one at the office. We do it usually right after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, when we've just got some time that we're chilling around the house. And it's really fun to watch your kids start trying to plan out their future too. And it's just been a lot of fun to do. So,
And then our Christmas party.
I think we have a slide.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a slide. Yeah. I was like, 'cause I looked at these. Code of Ethics is December 3rd. Use this to register. That is a longer class. So this says noon. Are we gonna start at noon? I thought we were still gonna start at 11.
We're starting at 11:30.
Okay. So 11:30, we're gonna have food set up. So we'll get food first.
Yeah.
Is that right? And then the actual class itself will be from 12 to 3. You have to be here from 12 to 3 to get CE credit. If you're not sure, if you've already taken this class, just reach out to us. We can let you know. You probably got a personalized email or text letting you know if you have not taken it. But this is, everyone has to take it in the same rotation cycle. So if you don't know if you have, reach out. Lauren has the list.
I've texted you if you have not, so.
And you got an email from Bradley too. Also another one, if you want to bring, if you know somebody else that needs it, let us know. They can keep going until we get it, the room filled. Christmas lunch is December 5th at noon. It's at Roosters in Layton. Please RSVP. We have to give a count by next week. And so we got to know if you're coming or not. So please RSVP. And then we'll let you know by the end of the day what our poll looks like as far as classy or ugly sweater. Allison,
Yes.
would you like to talk about this?
Yes. We are, Lauren and I taught the database class last week and it was really good. We got a lot of good feedback about it, but we're just taking a deep dive into why the difference between a database and an SLI and how you market to different tabs differently, different segments differently, and really just how to build it out so that you are really working your database because that's ultimately where you're going to get the most business from. And honestly, it makes real estate way more fun. It is with people you already know, like, and trust. So it's workshop style and then lots of conversations. So we did a lot of how are you tagging your database, so people were sharing, so kind of a collaborative mastermind type effort also.
So for agents of all
Mm-hmm.
ages and skills.
Yep.
And I think that this is one of the things like that we get questions on a lot, or like I hear all the time, like, yes, I have a database, but it's not organized, or I haven't really dove in to like see what's in there. Or I just talk to people or whatever. So this is all skill sets, all levels. Just if you want to have a more organized database going into 2025, that is going to set you up for success.
And if you
it
don't
makes it so much
wanna
easier.
have database 2025, what are you doing?
Let's find you a great language.
They're pushing for 26.
But we had such a good turnout and good feedback. I
We
think
did.
we're gonna keep teaching that class
continually just to get that going. I love it. Also, I do know that Christmas and the holidays and like starting at it really starts in about Halloween time, but Thanksgiving really starts everybody kind of going into hibernation.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
This is
thinking of the
gonna
wrong
give
word.
you- No, you're right.
Yeah, it sounded weird. But the reality is like, this is actually a really good time to start talking to people, get your database set up and like your business rolling for the Q1. Cause otherwise, if you start in January, if you're just like gonna sit back and take the rest of the month off or the rest of the year off, you're gonna roll into January having to like build up your pipeline again. This is a great time of year to be reaching out to people and it's really easy even just to reach out and tell them they care about them and have a forward conversation. Claudia, you look like you have something you want to say.
No, I said, we're fired up. We're not.
Yeah.
asleep. Welches are awake.
You're not asleep at the wheel. And guess what? Those are the people who are gonna have the most
business.
successful Januaries.
For sure.
When you sign up for that, it adds, the 10 to 1 is 10 on Friday, the 6th to 1 on the 16th.
If you know what?
It's, we have, it's,
I will, I'll jump on right, you deal with the kids, I'll bring a tent and a sleeping bag.
down the room and until you have it completely.
You know,
It's pretty bad. And you talk to everyone. You know. Good news is it actually ends on the same day it starts. If December 6th, you get it done. It's gonna be done by the end of the day on December 6th. You're gonna be so happy about it.
That may or may not be fixed by now.
This is customer experience. It's December 11th. Again, back to the people who are actually attending and coming to things in December are going to be set up for success. Kimber is teaching this, how to deliver an exceptional client experience that will drive repeat business and referrals, and you can unlock free resources and tools. Again, Kimber is an excellent teacher. She's working towards getting her KWU certification, which means she'll be able to teach across the country. And that is quite a big accomplishment. So come support Kimber. Also, this goes really great with already having your database organized and ready to thrive. Oh, yeah. Volume. Oh, no.
We have volume. Self-made entrepreneur.
Let's start this up first.
I was gonna try to.
I got the sounds.
awesome.
That was his talent from a 6th grade talent show.
Yes.
It's great, right? Sounds so real.
Russ, do you want to click the volume button?
Yep.
Who used to go to Cabela?
Up here. It's gonna sound like.
I actually did that in a hunting blind with my brother and he's like, I got a damn cricket. Where is it?
I would just use that a lot, yeah.
Well, use your imagination.
Success, the it girl.
They're
How
not
would
gonna
we
bring.
Does-
Red on red.
They got. Do you guys all know Jamie Kern Lima's story is pretty amazing because they told her tons of makeup people told her nobody would ever buy makeup from somebody that looks like her, and she built such a successful company. It was the biggest
It was
acquisition in history, of makeup history, right? Beauty history.
the biggest acquisition in the beauty industry historically.
Yeah.
And she was told by another very large player in the space that she would never be able to sell cosmetics
Looking like
she did. And she had a vision. She knew that she was called to do something. She had a huge why. And she knew that there was a need for revolution and change within the industry. And she did not give up on her dream. And she did not sell out and get Kate Moss to come and be her model. She kept pushing forward and built it in her basement. Is this gonna work now?
And she wrote a
No.
book called Worthy.
Okay. She wrote a book called
Which is
Worthy, and she has a
amazing.
book called Believe It.
Yep, and Believe It, which are really great books if you haven't read them.
I was trying to find the quote. I wasn't just playing Candy Crush.
Oh. I thought you were, so I took over for you.
Did you change it? It was a really tough game.
Level 56. But she has an amazing quote.
She does it so good.
I'm just trying
So
to.
her thing was, when tough times happen, do you warrior up or do you victim up? Do you level up or do you give up? The up is up to you. And when I read her book, Believe It, that just stuck with me so much. In fact, if you guys were part of our group in our office when we had in South Ogden, that was the quote on my door when you would walk in, because it really is up to you on how you're gonna show up every day. The up is up to you, in fact.
And she kept showing up even when she was kicked.
Even when she was kicked down and had no money and was like, really like at her wit's end, trying to figure out how to make this company go, she just never gave up. And now she's on stage with Tony Robbins and she speaks a ton about just knowing your own worth. She's gonna be.
And now she's on
family
stage with
reunion.
Keller Williams.
Yes. So register today. That little QR code will take you to the registration. Here's one thing that we were talking about in our ALC clinic yesterday is that, as an office, I think sometimes you don't understand like why we want you to be there and why we push for these events. And it's not just because we like to have fun and we want you to come have fun with us. But what it is that we can always see a direct connection to people who attend these events and their production having a bump afterwards. And so we know that you're going to not only gain incredible knowledge and value, but it's going to give you a little kickstart into your business. And it's going to just amp you up and get you excited again. And every once in a while, even the people who just like wake up every day and we're like machines, we even still just need a little bit of excitement to like pump us up, get us some fresh ideas. And also you always make great connections. And I've never left a family reunion or a mega camp going, that was just okay. Like I always leave super excited. So that's why we have a goal for how many people that we want to have there, which our goal for an office is 40. Last year, I would love to repeat it this year also. St. George already has 30 people attending. You guys, they have literally 120 agents less than us. And so that just feels like a big competition in the making. So sign up, room together, grab flights, grab hotels, all of it's still fairly cheap right now. You can also drive there if you like to be in the car that long. It makes it pretty enjoyable just to drive with somebody else. And then it's super cheap. Did everybody register? I think prices will go up again mid-December.
And some people think, oh, it's just the same thing I'm gonna hear over and over again. But sometimes it just takes hearing something over again once for it to click and you to make the move on what you gotta do in your business.
Where do we get the itinerary breakdown? Like when do we need to be there on the 17th versus?
Okay, so go to events.kw.com and then click on family reunion and you'll see an agenda.
Is there really one?
So, yep, there's an agenda. So what's not there yet is all the, so you'll just see breakouts, but you won't, those
Totally
just
fine.
fill in up until the
In
date.
terms of booking flights or whatever.
So here's the thing on the 17th, that's gonna be welcome party day. So if you don't care about that, you can fly in anytime on the 17th. It'll kick off, I think it starts at maybe 9 on the 18th. We'll double check that agenda and let you know for sure. And then the 21st, again, like for you, if you're just looking to maximize your time, the 21st, the only thing that's gonna be happening on the 21st is the cultural summit, which I personally love. But if that's something where you're like, hey, I actually need to fly home on Thursday, I can't be away from my business or my baby that long. I totally get it. Fly home on Thursday and you can zoom into the cultural summit with your KW password and your ticket. So,
and then the other thing,
realistically, you could make this from the 18th to the 20th.
And there's so many networking events, like that's where I get a lot of value too, is going to family reunion, but then also attending the other events that you'll find that are outside of family reunion. That are often on Eventbrite.
Starts 8 a.m. on Tuesday morning.
And can I just add, like, that's one of the things of value that I find when I've gone to any of our mega camps or family reunion. It's rubbing shoulders with people who are such higher production than yourself, and it just makes you want to elevate yourself as well. And yeah, you know,
it's exciting. Yeah, for sure. And then just so you guys know, our region awards, we are going to hold it at at family reunion again this year. So it's at a different venue that's a little bougier, which I love a good bougie party, and that the Market Center has to pay for. You guys don't, so that's even better. But it is going to be on Wednesday night. So, yep. So if you wanted to, you could fly in on Tuesday, which I believe is the 18th. You'll be able to have the party on the Wednesday, the awards party, and then fly home Thursday night if you wanted to. The nice thing with Vegas, if you do end up flying, it's such a short flight. They have flights that leave basically at 10 PM if you wanted to. So you could fly out at 10 PM
And get home at 10
and
PM.
get home at 10 PM. Yep. So, highly, highly recommend. Just remember, as you're making all your calls, do them in a TCPA friendly and compliant way, because we would not want you to get fined anywhere from 500 to 1,500 per violation. If you're calling through a list and they are not TCPA friendly, and let's say you just called 100 people at a $1,500 person violation, that's about $150,000.
There's a new like FCC thing about that or something. A new TCPA thing about the business to business.
Oh, the business to business one, we do need to know about that, so you guys you do some research. It's a business to
starts-
business one.
Business to business.
Like the
Brokers.
the health insurance tax should stop based on the new law.
No way.
Because they get around it because we're a business
Mm-hmm.
and you can't opt out. or
But
something.
they made a new law. I even researched it. I was
How about-
waiting to know.
For our brokers?
We go to the next slide.
Mhm.
So what we wanted to talk about is that last week, the UAR released 5 updated forms.
Did you guys
So-
run over and read out every one of them, word for word?
Memorized, yeah. Did you? Good to go. Good, okay. Oh, we don't need to talk about this.
Good.
Well, yeah. So, they updated the land contract, and what they did is they added the section 4, which talks about compensation in that document. That document did not have compensation prior to this. So all of the documents now, with the exception of commercial, have compensation in it. Reason why commercial doesn't have compensation in it is because if you do a commercial transaction, you put compensation in a commercial transaction anyway, because the commercial MLS does not talk about compensation, never has. So in commercial transactions, you would write compensation in any way. So nothing's really changed there. The limited agency consent, can we flip to the next? Let's see, let's just go through these real quick. And then real estate brokerage compensation agreement. They modified that one to talk about net or gross. If you remember, all of the changes in August were gross. But if you want to offer net, then you can do it through the brokerage compensation
And in the
agreement.
past, that was one of the MLS things that you would put in your BAC section.
Yeah. And then there's an addendum to the brokerage compensation agreement. If you need to amend the brokerage compensation agreement. I think Sean and I are still of the opinion that we really don't want you using the compensation agreement for the risk of double compensation to your client. So just forget we talked about those last 2 items. Forget they even exist in reality. But if your seller does want you to do net versus gross, that's where you do it, is by designating net versus gross, okay? And so if that's the case, then use it. And then the exclusive right to sell agreement and agency disclosure has been updated. So let's go to the next, but if you have anything else to say about this.
Nope.
You could
So-
do the net versus gross on an addendum to the purchase contract.
A comment about that. So at the UAR broker town hall thing that they did, they were talking about this, and man, there's just like a couple people that just really want to keep almost obsessing over net versus gross. You guys put it in perspective, it's actually a pretty small number that makes the change in the difference between net and gross. And the other part of that is like, in my opinion, I think it's been confusing, and it is confusing. Like I've had sellers say, oh wait, we are gonna base commission on net. So is that net that they're like they in their
They
head are
think
like,
that
oh, net
Minus
like
their.
minus all the
mortgage.
G's, minus my commissions, minus all the stuff. Like, I think it's confusing for the consumer. This was something that never existed until what, maybe 5 years ago, they added it in as a field on the MLS.
No,
It
it's
wasn't,
been there. It's been there for a long, long time. People ignored it.
but I
They
was
didn't,
gonna
because they didn't understand it. It's been there for probably 15 years.
yeah, it wasn't when I first started, but either way, it's like one of those things where I think we're complicating this more than it needs to be complicated. I really do. So I think just like, I don't know why, if there's a situation where they're asking for so much in concessions that you feel like it needs to be a net versus gross, why wouldn't we just address it in an addendum?
Where it came from originally was builders were saying, I don't want to be in the MLS because I got to pay on all those upgrades that were negotiated. And then the brokerage community would say, well, yeah, we negotiated that on behalf of our client. Why wouldn't you pay us for it? Right? So that's really where it was born. Then it became to, well, it's really just concessions, what the seller's conceding to do in order to get the deal done. Through inspections, I'm going to give a allowance for blah, or I'm going to pay a closing cost, right? That's where it became the net. That's where it really varied and changed. So I think it's one of those things where it's not really that big of a deal. At the end of the day, it's
Well,
not.
and that would even really apply anyway with net versus gross on, because that's not necessarily net with
With the build
with
job.
updates.
And so that's why the builders started doing a lot of their own addendums. Sometimes they'll have their own contract, but sometimes they have just a mass addendum that they've created that says we won't pay on anything but the base price. That's
Yep.
where that kind of.
Next page.
Yeah, so this is the limited agency agreement, and I've highlighted on here what was changed. And so the only thing they changed on this is that they added this paragraph that talks about brokerage fees are negotiable, not set by law. Any board, association of realtors, multiple listing service, or in any manner other than between company and seller.
So those of you that memorized it saw that change,
Right.
right? Those who haven't memorized it didn't even notice it changed.
Yeah, so
But
that's,
those are, now we know.
Not memorized.
yeah, you know, you should go to a real estate trivia class. So that's the only thing they changed on that form. On the ERS is where that document got changed the most. So what they did is they added section 2.2 to the agreement, which talks about unrepresented buyer. So now on the ERS, you can get compensated for an unrepresented buyer. Prior to that, you couldn't, because it wasn't addressed in the document. You'd have to write out a special language in an addendum. Now it's right here. So you have, this is your compensation as the listing agent. This is your compensation if it's an unrepresented buyer. This is the compensation to the buyer's brokerage. So all three of those are now identified separately, so we don't have to do the addendum. The other thing they added is this paragraph here that says, if no amount is entered here for the buyer's brokerage, then the brokerage cannot advertise in any way, shape, or form in writing that the seller is going to pay a buyer's brokerage. The seller agrees that the brokerage fee will be increased by the amount written in the compensation agreement. So if this is 0, then this box gets checked, and the seller is not authorizing the company to enter into a written compensation agreement with the buyer's brokerage. So we're just isolating that and making that very clear that they're not going to pay a buyer's agent. Okay, so you can't represent that a buyer's agent will be paid.
Now, remember, the buyer's agent still on behalf of their buyer, if their buyer directs them to, the buyer's agent, regardless of what this ever says, the buyer's agent can always add that into the contract.
Yep.
Right? You just can't advertise it.
Yep.
So if they call you and say, are you offering a compensation? You have to say, my seller isn't. But what I would say, what I would follow up with that is, however, write the offer on the way that your buyer directs you to, instructs you to.
And I'll present.
And I'll present it to my seller.
And then we can go from there.
So we remember before all these changes, we were talking about it's gonna be the Wild West. That section there, I think that's truly what the Wild West is becoming to be. We have a broker call that we do with the other KW brokers every Thursday. And a lot of the conversations over the past 6-8 weeks have been, we have a team that wants to do this. We have a person who's doing that, right? And there's a lot of it. And a lot of it was to come up with the unrepresented person. Like, how do we handle this? How do we handle if our team does both sides, right? It was the Wild West in that regard. So this, I don't always love when they make changes, but this is one of the things that I think is for the benefit.
Can
of
I say
everybody.
one more thing? Sorry.
Yeah.
On this, I think that one of the questions that will come up is, well, how do you talk to your seller about why they would want to pay more in the case that they are unrepresented, right? And I think the reality is we have to be really good at not only explaining our value and how we're going to represent them, but we have to remember this is not limited agency, because in limited agency, you're going to have a buyer's agency agreement and a listing agreement that's going to say what the total limited agency agreement is going to be. This is someone who's truly saying, hey, I want to represent myself. But we know on our side of the world, that still means we're taking more time setting inspections, we're taking time helping with forms, and we don't have to explain any of them to them, but we do have to provide them, we do have to get the deal done, so there's a lot of go-between that we're taking time. It definitely takes time, more time to be part of a transaction that has an unrepresented buyer. So I think it's a fair agreement. Now, is it something that's worth this is why, is it something that's worth 4%? Maybe, maybe not, right? You're gonna have to decide on your end what that looks like. But this is different because I have had people be confused of, well, is it just limited agency? It's not, because you don't have an agency agreement with that unrepresented buyer. So if they ask agency questions, you have to let them know, hey, you're welcome to seek an attorney's advice or anyone else, but at the end of the day, I don't represent you. You're representing yourself as evidenced in your unrepresented buyer agreement.
And make sure you read that, because section 2.1, you put, let's say 3% there. Section 2.2, you put 3 there. What is that total commission now? 6, okay, right? You guys get it. But let's say it goes cross board and 2.3 says 3, what is it? 6, right?
Because seller's fee, buyer's fee, unrepresented fee. So it's either or, not all.
Not both,
Yeah, not all. And
Yeah.
it's only for whatever their agreement says, and they write to the contract for the compensation.
Yep. And then this is a great section here that's an addition. This talks about when the brokerage fees are due. So the brokerage fee is due on closing if it's a sale. If it's a lease, it's due on the execution of the lease. If it's an option, it's payable on the execution of the option. And then it says that the fee is still owed if the sale is prevented by default of the seller. That's something that I don't believe has been in any of our agreements in the past. That says that, hey, Mr. Seller, if you decide that you're not going to close, I still get paid my commission. I've earned my commission.
Yeah.
It's your choice not to close, but that is still due and payable immediately.
That was in there.
Immediately due and payable to the company. And then they just reinforce that whole brokerage fees are not fixed.
So that's been in there, and that is something that, I actually recently, for the first time in 17 years, have enforced.
Well, you enforce it a handful.
Yeah, I hadn't personally, but,
Yeah.
and not the full amount, but it was a total seller default. And
Yeah,
we had done our job.
In some of the stuff in the seller default, enforcing it was one of the things that made him say, okay, screw it. It's gonna cost me this much. I might as well just sell it. So it made him
Yeah.
comply.
That's it. That's the changes. Any questions?
Or small groups, so if there's any questions or work or
And why I'm up
things
here,
you guys want to talk about, we can.
There is something I want to talk about. We didn't do wants and needs, but I have a buyer. I have a buyer that's looking for horse property in Davis and Weber County. So if you guys have anything that's not in us, let me know.
Some, that was coming up last week.
Part of what we're finding, they're VA. And so we thank them for their service. However, VA is not gonna be, these horse properties are not taken care of. Like,
You're gonna
And
be
you can't
painting a
really
lot
go-
of things.
yeah, it's a lot of, there's everything
Bunch
we've
of rotten
seen.
fence out there with.
Yeah, and you can't really go paint it when it's snowing.
Yeah, right.
Like the barns, everything is
Uh-huh.
like not taken care of.
It's a
But they
nightmare.
had to
Yeah.
shovel. Because it was ridiculous, but we had to shovel snow off of it. They sprayed it, it wasn't even dry, called the appraiser, said this paint's not gonna stick, so you might wanna come look at it right now.
And maybe,
And-
maybe it's their price point for horse property. You know, that's making it to where people haven't taken care of them, but
What's
You
their
guys-
price point?
they can go up to 6 1/4.
Okay, there was one last week, I know, you gotta look through the. Bradley sent them out, there was somebody who had one coming up, and then if they'll go to Tremont, and I know Kaylee has one too.
I'm sure they will. They both work on base. But Tremont really it's not really that
It's not
far
that
time
far.
wise. So if you guys have something or know of something, please shoot it my way. I appreciate
Do
it.
we? Instead of price drop on my townhouse, so it's 235, if anyone's got it in that price point.
235 or 3.
I'm sorry, 335. I was like, oh, yeah. You're like, I'll buy it right now. It's 335, I'm sorry.
And that's a cute.
It is cute. It has a 2-car garage or a 1-car garage. It has 3 bedrooms. It does have a a primary bedroom and bath, which is really nice. Nice big walk-in closet. super clean, and it's in Far Orchard, which is a very well-maintained HOA. I think everyone who's done a open house there has met Jesse, the HOA representative. Oh, you guys didn't hear?
We met the owners.
Oh, you met the owners, yes. Everybody's meeting
Oh,
somebody on
I'm
that one.
sorry.
So if you're just bored and you need a new friend, you can go do an open house with me on that one.
I have a Kaysville Rambler, I think we're gonna hit Friday, we're gonna get pictures tomorrow, Wednesday,
Nice. What's the price point on that one?
575. Super cute.
I've got a Washington Terrace Rambler. It needs work. But the price was reflected that it's $370. Yeah, it's gonna be a good deal for somebody. Single car garage, 4-bedroom. 2 or 3 bath
Does that have a shop,
shop.
like a shop or a shed or anything in the back?
Has a single car garage and shed. And it has a covered patio.
I have people looking, I think we looked this morning, I think we're gonna make an offer on some, but. If something better came along, they would look at that, but they ultimately want to shop, like 4 bedrooms. They don't super care about condition, but
There
they
is a
want-
big workbench in the garage. The guy was very handy. He was a carpenter.
they want a separate shop, not a garage. They don't even want the 3rd car.
Allison, what was your Kaysville Rambler? Sorry, how much was that?
575. 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It has a master bath. A lot of those Kaysville Ramblers don't. Fence jewelry.
Nice. Anyone else wants or needs? Sorry for the delay on that one. I forgot all about it. Anyone online wants or needs?
Jesse Tolman.
Jesse.
Oh.
No, that's, we're talking about.
Oh.
West.
Jesse Tolman has horse property in West Haven.
Yes, she does. Okay, awesome. We are gonna jump into our production award for the month, our Gary Keller Production Award, and then our Culture Award is next. So our GK Award is for September. This person is not here. None of our people are here, which makes me sad. But this person is originally from Venezuela and is fluent in both Spanish and English. Any guesses yet? They joined KW as a new agent in February of 2023. Through her determination and hard work, she quickly launched her real estate career. She's eager to host open houses, connect with her SOI, and meet new people. She's deeply committed to helping her clients achieve the dream of home ownership and strives to deliver exceptional service. She's constantly seeking to improve her skill set, and she operates her business with care, respect, and transparency. Her clients know they can trust her to go above and beyond on their behalf when she's not busy helping clients. She enjoys cooking in her free time, bringing the same passion and creativity to the kitchen as she does her business. Her hard work and dedication has paid off as she has gained serious momentum in her business, and her units sold has increased by, ready for it? 1,000%.
Yes, Brandon.
Yes. And Claudia said Brandon.
And I want to tell you guys, she came in as a dual career with a massive goal to be full-time, and so she would take vacation days to lead generate. Like, she would do whatever it took to build her real estate business, and now she was able to quit her other job and be full-time in real estate because she worked her butt off to get where she's at. So we're proud of her.
So proud of her. That's awesome. She has had a fire year, and up 1,000% is pretty freaking impressive. Our next.
And she's a single mom. I think people don't realize that.
Oh, I
about
didn't
her, too.
realize that. Yeah. Single mom, hard worker, and just like people know that they can trust her, and that's paying off. So serious momentum building. Our cultural icon, let's see if anyone can guess on this one. She was born in Morocco, where she lived until the age of 12. Then moving to Montreal and later London, England, before finally settling in Utah. She initially was in hotel management. She worked in management positions of a variety of hotels for over 20 years and even owned one for 10 years, which was a fun fact I didn't know. She's a real estate agent who's well-versed in negotiation, customer service, while French, is her first language. Any guesses now? Her excellent communication skills and resourcefulness are both attributes of a dedicated real estate professional. She joined our KW family in 2022 and brought with her instant warmth and connection. She's engaged and always willing to help when needed. She makes everyone around her feel seen and always has a friendly smile. She and her business partner, Nita, didn't hesitate to share their skills and knowledge at our recent listing panel for Bites and Insights. Mish was a part of our WCR 5K fundraiser. She's an active volunteer in her kids' school. She's an advocate for safety in the realtor community. She's always so kind to everyone she interacts with and really lives the Y4C2Ts. Her passion for outdoor recreation and her 3 children keep her busy outside of work. They enjoy skiing, snowboarding, hiking, and Krav Maga, which is a form of, what is it called?
Krav Maga.
Krav Maga, not Krav Maga. Not Krav Maga, guys, Krav Maga. Now I know how to say it. Sorry, Krav Maga. Krav Maga? Guys,
Brigham
you don't-
City. Brigham City Marathon.
see coming out, sorry about that. You know what, it's almost like, the accolades. Wait, what did you call it, Allison?
I don't want to talk about,
What?
I make up my own words, okay?
She makes up her own words like accolades.
Accolades, that's what I called it.
Instead of
I was like,
accolades.
it's a plethora and accolades.
Plethora.
I was trying to say, I don't even know how to say it, accolades, or how do you say it?
Oh, accolades, that's what that's got. Anyway, Mish is an excellent asset to our office and team, as well as a dedicated professional. We're proud to have her as our cultural icon, and we are grateful for that she is part of our community. If you guys have not had a chance to talk with either one of these women, they are both just kind and inspirational, and I hope you get to know them better. We're gonna jump into our awards. Wait, am I supposed to be giving these out, or do we have a slide for them?
We do not have a slide.
Okay, well, these guys are in the room, so let's do it.
They are for touchdowns.
Touchdown, Dalton. I feel like we should get it.
Well, that's really necessary.
Yeah,
It is.
it is necessary.
The FOMO.
And then also Mish, Anita, and Angela completed their first touchdown too.
I'll drop their picture in front of the
Yeah.
field for you. You're not taller.
Perfect. Congratulations to our cappers for the month of, these are October awards, because remember, we're not even done with November yet. So in October, we had Kevin, Stephanie, Kim, and Claudia all capped. Your capper, because I don't have that. But I do have a certificate for you. Come on down. And yay!
You want to both be in the picture?
Yeah, you can do both.
Oh, yeah, do you want to be part of the picture? You're letting Claudia have her moment to shine, and then you're up next.
I think it's on the.
Oh.
The accolades.
She gets all the accolades.
Accolades, I don't know. I
Might, the C might be an S sound, it might be accolades.
Awesome.
maybe.
You guys, we had their very first closing. I know some people, they had their first closing at KW. Some people got other closings, but Annabella, Jessica, Kelly, and Timothy Blackwood all had their first closing at KW. Like it's not right. I'm gonna think about that one, because I feel like someone already on there already did one. Congrats to our top listing individuals. We've got Diane and Jamie as the top listing agent. I'm gonna share out, just speaking of listings, I'm gonna share out a little list. On our growth call a couple weeks ago, they did some things that for people who wanted to, like, if there was people who were on the fence about listing their home during the holidays, some things that you could add to like your listing packet to encourage them to list. And then also the fact that when people are buying and selling throughout the holidays, they are very serious. So it usually is a time that you're gonna go under contract really quick, but they have some really cool ideas. Like, what are some of the hesitations that you have, which is like people coming over and you're trying to keep things clean. So sending a house cleaner, or having someone come help professionally decorate, or having like your lights hung for people, that kind of stuff, which I thought was a really some fun ideas of holiday listings taken. Our top individuals for closed units for the month of October, we had Marcia, Kevin, Diane, Rusty, and Miriam. Good. Can we couple the crowd back there? Top listings for top listings taken for teams were the Burdeners, It's a Fix Thing, and Bagby Real Estate. Top teams for closed units, we have Anita and Mish and the Christina Eck team. Woo, woo. And top groups for listings taken, we have Brent and Julie Real Estate, Bear Phelps team, and Larson Realty Group. Nice job, group. For our top groups of closed units, we have Launch Coaching. Woo, woo. And Beanie and the Bear Phelps team. Would you like to come get a certificate?
Only if you continue in that British accent.
Should I?
Would you like to get a
Would you like to get a certificate? Or sometimes when I come home says, Mom, it's me, your British son. I'm like, oh, hello, Ryder. It's a jolly good day, chap. I love it. $1 Million Month, Marcia, Diane, Dalton, Rusty, Jonathan, and Christy Vale. Okay, get your certificate. I'm just gonna keep doing it. It feels annoying and also the right thing to do. So I'm gonna do it.
Picture. Can you say Krav Maga?
With a British accent.
Oh. Time.
Crap MAGA.
Crab Maga. That's your- Guys, you know what? This is what happens when there's like 10 of us. We just take all the pictures. We just go up and down whatever little bunny trails we want to. There's no rules here. It's just Thanksgiving week. A British accent. Next might be country, y'all. You never know. Congratulations. You know what? I wish I was just like actually day drinking because I really do love it, Ken, but I'm not. I'm totally sober. Just said, what is she drinking? And I was like, I wish I was the fun day. I do actually read.
That's
The
the
French
red
is my
dye.
favorite meal of the day is because it's totally acceptable to drink champagne at 10 a.m. Congratulations to our $1 Million Month team. Anita and Mish, Christina F, Bagby Real Estate team, and Burdeners. I bet these guys do Crab Maga. If we can't laugh at ourselves, really, we shouldn't laugh at other people. I'm thankful for this. I told you guys that already. Congratulations to our $1 Million Month groups, Launch Coaching, Brett and Bear Phelps. I totally skipped over him. All right. Launch Coaching Group. We're gonna take a picture with both of yours in just a minute. And then we have our lunch sponsor. So let's take a picture of Allison with her Launch Coaching certificates. Holding them up both. Do you have pirate hands?
And I have punching bag. I got a crab one.
Oh, if you follow any of
If
my
the
friends that are in
pirate-
Boston with me,
And a mermaid. Oh, had a baby. What were their hands?
Merman.
I think it's crab hands. I think pirates are falling in love with crabs and telling people they were these beautiful mermaids. That's how mermaids came. I know. I don't know. On Sunday. I think it is.
I heard a joke about mermaids that I can't send to you because it was a dad joke. Now I can't remember what it was. It was something like, how does a mermaid wash when they have dirty fins?
I.
Yeah. You already knew it. All right, so today our lunch sponsor is Priority for, oh gosh, I'm just like mixing all the words up today. It's First Priority Roofing with Justin, and Justin is walking into a Thanksgiving week room, so we need to give him the biggest. Welcome. Online too.
Speak.
Speak. You're Justin.
Where's the board?
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Hi, people. We don't get to see the people though?
No.
I think
They-
you teach us crap MAGA.
Still sending love. They don't even get to see me. Yeah, they still can see you, but they, okay.
They see you in this.
Awesome. How good. Let's see. This is the important part. Everybody who's taking pictures, take notes, screenshots, whatever you need to do.
And it goes out in our recap. Yeah, we do send it out in our weekly recap
Okay.
too.
I do have business cards and digital business cards, so
Nice.
I will saturate you with all my stuff. So again, my name is Justin. I'm with First Priority Roofing. We are a year-round service. Some roofers, they close down in the wintertime because they're just lazy. No, they make their money in the summer, they close up in the winter. No, we are,
The winner.
I can't wear long pants. They're just so uncomfortable. But yeah, I will have the hoodie on, the big coat, but I've got to be in shorts. I am a Wyoming boy. It doesn't even get very cold here. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I've been in customer service type business for a long time. I've been in the real estate industry for about 10 years, and I am now doing roofing. My goal is to help your buyers and sellers be confident about the biggest purchase of their life. They are spending, I mean, geez, these houses $500,000 now for just an okay house.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's nuts how things are going. And actually, the Feds just released that their medium house buying price is $800,000. Medium, like go over that and then you hit your jumbo. I remember when it was like $250,000. Anyway, your roof is extremely important. So as your buyers are looking at houses, I can give you ways to look and just give you a brief look like, okay, that roof, I need Justin to go look at that. Or that roof, we're doing good. You still probably got a good 10 years on that one. So one-to-ones with you guys, I can get you all that list of details. Of course, we don't have enough time to put all the things on there that I know into your brain. Now, if you've got a seller that's looking to sell a house and they want that confidence, I can see that the market's just a little bit more of a half and half buyers, sellers, not really one way or the other. Houses are sitting a little bit longer than normal. So if you need more an incentive on your house to say like, what makes my house stand out more than anybody else's? Let me get on top of that roof. I can get you a certificate saying, yeah, that roof's got a good 10, 15 years left. Or I can say like, okay, we need to get a new roof. We've got some missing shingles, we've got some hail damage. Insurance will take care of that. And with a new roof, we can do the upgrades. We can do the warranties, get you a 50-year roof. So no more of that 20, 30-year stuff, 50-year. Warranty is one-time transferable. So yeah, your sellers are going to do that. And then your buyers are going to get the benefit of that. It is going to be a great thing to that. They're only out there deductible of what, 500 to 2,000. Definitely worth it. Go get me on that house as soon as you can. We do put our real estate agents and transactions at the top of our list. We will bump others to make sure that it happens before closing. And if insurance doesn't cover it and we need to work it into closing, we don't require any sort of down payment as long as we have a closing date set. Yep, the closing date is set. We go like, okay, we're pretty good. We got the conditional approval from the underwriter for your mortgage, things like that. We'll jump on that roof. We will completely put a brand new one on for you. And then once closing happens, we have title, write us a check, and it's all taken care of. So I'm here for you, for your buyers, and for your sellers. And our inspections, I do them free of charge. I mean, if you send me to St. George, I might charge you.
Or you might pay us because you get to get out of the snow.
I love
Like
the
this
snow.
in here.
I love shorts. I mean, I grew up in Wyoming and moved here from Alaska. You guys don't have cold weather. So.
Oh, yeah, we have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, I've been here for what, 10, 15 years now, and like, no, it's beautiful here. The skiing is great. Shoot.
So speaking of St. George, do you service Salt Lake, Tree Mountains, Salt Lake, Weber County? Where do you go?
I've got,
Provo?
me personally, I prefer Davis Weber North. So Box Elder, Cache, I'll do anything there. I've got team members in the Utah County and Salt Lake County. I'm willing to go there. But I've got team members that will help, same system, same everything, that they can jump in and take care of that as well. And also give me a phone call. I'll try to make it that same day for the inspection. So we don't have to wait. If I can't make it that day, I promise within 24 hours, I'll be up on that. If it's snowing, I get up to the side and kind of peek over, or raining like today, I'll do what I can. Okay.
What do you do when I was just thinking of this, like, what do you do when there is a situation where, like, let's say it's a roof that has to be done for a VA or FHA inspection, but it's this? How do we work that in to get it done?
So
If it's snow covered or whatever.
we work with the GAF brand, GAF. There are different kinds of brands of shingles. We are master elites. Takes years to get to this part. You have to have continuing education. and be certified in it. So we know how to deal with snow. We know how to deal with cold weather. A lot of roofers saying we only do it in such and such a temperature because that's when the tar and the technical words happen. But we know how to do it where it's cold. We got a special glue down. So when it breaks down, when it gets hot enough, where it da. So I can go into a lot more detail. I won't take a lot of your time. We can do it. Exactly. Let's shovel the snow off, lay it down. Also, we have that guarantee, 10-year guarantee on labor. If anything were to happen because of weather, because we did a crappy job, which we don't, we will take care of it free of charge. It's part of our personal first priority warranty.
That's a big deal with that 10-year labor, because there's a lot of people who have a 50-year warranty or whatever the warranty is, but it doesn't cover anything labor related. It's only if there's a defect in the material.
Our 50-year does cover, I mean, it is a little bit of an upgrade, I will
Yeah.
put that out there, but it does cover 50-year warranties of everything. So the labor, the shingles, we put the whole GAF system is what we call it on there. So it is more of a luxury, but you do get that 50 years, 100% warranty.
And solar panels probably won't need that.
No.
The 50 warranty, no.
No, if your house currently has solar panels and we want to switch it out, we do have a solar company that takes them off, puts them back on when we do the roof. So
Okay, so you already have a partner that you work with.
we have already got
on
it.
these
We've got a partner that we work with.
things. Sweet. What other roofing questions do you guys have? Okay, awesome.
Well, you're my favorite. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. It is true. Okay, thanks, Justin. You guys- hopefully everybody's hungry, so go
Very.
hang out. Justin's gonna hang out with us for a minute, perhaps. Yeah, talk.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks, you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving week. I hope that you have a great time with people that you love and take some time to think about things you're grateful for this week. Thanks, guys. Go ahead and keep this right here. Oh, probably. Is it? Do it. Do I need to turn that down? Is it gonna be so loud? Probably not. So, oh, look. It was country
Disco ball.
for my crab naga. That's hilarious.
Disco ball lights.
Put a disco ball in the budget.
What's it really called? Krav Maga. Krav Maga. Cool.
What, so buy us a disco ball if we get.
What?
Give me a number, I'll get a disco ball.
Yes. Is missing in here actually. There's a disco ball and then we could have actually a microphone built into it. That'd be great.